In the industrial shadows of Northeast Ohio, where old factories line the skyline and winters bite with a familiar chill, the city of Akron stands as a symbol of perseverance. It is here, in this place defined by both struggle and strength, that the story of LeBron James begins. Born on December 30th, 1984, LeBron entered a world already demanding more of him than most children would ever know. His mother, Gloria James, was just 16 when she gave birth, a young woman navigating life's hardships while raising a son entirely on her own. With limited resources and no easy path forward, mother and child moved constantly, sometimes with relatives, sometimes with friends, sometimes wherever a roof could be found. Day-to-day, stability was a luxury, but in the face of every challenge, Gloria pushed forward with determination, shielding her son from the darkest parts of their reality. She became the foundation on which LeBron's entire journey would stand, a source of unwavering resilience. And while the world around him was often unpredictable, a spark was forming inside the young boy. Basketball entered his life quietly, almost by accident. A borrowed ball, a neighbor's hoop, a gym where he could escape for a few hours at a time. But soon the game evolved into something deeper, not just an outlet, but a sanctuary. On the cracked concrete courts of Akron's neighborhoods, LeBron found a sense of belonging. Each dribble echoed through the cold air like a heartbeat, steadying him. Each shot offered a moment of control in a life that rarely allowed it. The court became the one place where the chaos faded, replaced by something simple, pure, and full of possibility. His natural talent surfaced early, not in grand displays, but in small moments of instinct and awareness. Coaches noticed the way he moved, how he saw the floor, how he made the game look effortless. But behind the skill was a child searching for stability, searching for purpose, searching for a future that didn't resemble the hardships he had known. Akron shaped him, through its struggles, its toughness, and its quiet hope. The boy growing up in its streets had no idea that he would one day become an icon recognized across the globe. But every journey has a beginning, and LeBron James began here, with the love of a young mother, the pulse of a basketball, and the belief that greatness can rise from the most unlikely of places. As LeBron James grew, so did the whispers. In gyms across Akron, in school hallways, on playgrounds where the backboards rattled with every shot, people began to sense that this boy wasn't just good, he was different. By the time he reached St. Vincent St. Mary High School, the once quiet promise of his talent had become a force impossible to ignore. On the polished hardwood of the Fighting Irish's gym, LeBron didn't just play basketball, he transformed it. He moved with a fluidity uncommon for his size, passing with the vision of someone who seemed to see the game 2 steps ahead of everyone else. He wasn't simply dominating, he was redefining what a high school player could be. News traveled fast. At first it was local excitement, then statewide attention, but soon the spotlight grew far beyond Ohio's borders. National scouts packed into cramped high school bleachers. Reporters scribbled notes as they watched. Cameras followed his every move. LeBron was still barely a teenager, yet his games were turning into events. In 2002, everything changed. Sports Illustrated placed him on their cover with 3 words that would echo through the world of sports: the chosen one. A high school junior, crowned not by fanfare but by destiny. For most, that kind of pressure would crush. But for LeBron, it did the opposite. He embraced it, stepped into it, let it sharpen him. Night after night, he led St. Vincent St. Mary to victory, delivering championships while carrying the weight of a national spotlight no high school athlete had ever known. His team traveled across the country, playing in packed arenas, some filled not with fans, but with people hungry to witness the future of basketball with their own eyes. Yet behind the fame, behind the hype, was still the same kid from Akron, humble, hard-working, driven not by the attention, but by the love of a game. Coach Drew Joyce and the teammates he called brothers grounded him, reminding him where he came from and who he was becoming. Every dunk, every pass, every high-pressure moment broadcast nationwide. It all led to one undeniable truth. LeBron James wasn't just a local hero anymore. He was a phenomenon, a once-in-a-generation talent standing at the doorstep of the NBA. The world had chosen him. But soon it would be time for him to choose his path. In the summer of 2003, the basketball world stood still. The NBA draft, usually a night of uncertainty and speculation, carried a sense of inevitability. There was no mystery about the first pick. No debate, no doubt. When the Cleveland Cavaliers stepped to the podium, they selected the 18-year-old prodigy from Akron, Ohio, LeBron James, a hometown hero returning not as a boy, but as a beacon of hope for an entire franchise. Cleveland, a city hungry for a championship, placed its dreams on his shoulders. And from the moment he stepped onto the NBA stage, LeBron showed he was ready. In his first professional game, he delivered a performance that left even his critics silent. Poise beyond his years, vision rarely seen, and a command of the game that made him look less like a rookie and more like a veteran destined for greatness. He didn't walk into stardom, he exploded into it. Night after night, arenas filled to see the young phenom they called King James. His combination of strength, speed, and basketball intelligence was unlike anything the league had witnessed. LeBron wasn't simply playing the game, he was elevating it. The accolades began to pile up. Rookie of the Year, triple-doubles before he even celebrated his 20th birthday. Records shattered, expectations surpassed. But beyond the numbers, something deeper was happening. LeBron was breathing life into a franchise that had long struggled in the shadows of larger markets. He gave Cleveland identity, pride, a reason to believe again. By 2007, the transformation was undeniable. LeBron led the Cavaliers to their first ever NBA Finals, a moment once thought impossible. His heroic performances, including a legendary playoff run crowned by a 48-point eruption against the Detroit Pistons, signaled a new chapter for the league. Though the finals ended in defeat, the message was clear. A superstar had arrived. Not manufactured, not hyped, but earned. A player capable not just of greatness, but of carrying the weight of an entire city. Yet as LeBron continued rising, so did the expectations around him. Fans, analysts, and even his peers wondered, how high could he climb? And more importantly, could he deliver the one thing Cleveland had longed for across generations? The stage was set, the pressure unimaginable. The journey toward championship glory had only just begun. By the summer of 2010, LeBron James had become one of the most dominant forces in basketball, a global star, an MVP, a player on the brink of legendary status. But there was one thing he had not yet achieved: a championship. The pressure intensified with each passing season in Cleveland. Despite his brilliance, the pieces around him were never enough. And so came a moment that would alter not only LeBron's career, but the modern landscape of the NBA. The decision. Broadcast live to millions, LeBron announced he would leave the Cleveland Cavaliers to join the Miami Heat. The words were simple: I'm taking my talents to South Beach. But their impact was seismic. Cleveland felt betrayed. Jerseys burned in the streets. Fans cried out in anger and heartbreak. The media dissected every angle. And across the league, opinions split sharply. Some called it selfish, others called it strategic. But everyone agreed it was unprecedented. In Miami, a new era was born. LeBron united with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh to form a powerhouse unlike anything the league had seen: the Big Three. From the moment they stood together on the stage, promising championships, the world watched with equal parts fascination and fury. The 2010-2011 season was a trial by fire. Every arena he entered echoed with boos. Every mistake was magnified. Every victory was dissected. LeBron went from celebrated hero to polarizing villain, a role he had never known. But pressure, as always, refined him. By 2012, something shifted. The Heat, hardened by scrutiny and motivated by failure, found their identity. LeBron elevated his game to a level few had ever reached, a blend of strength, finesse, and basketball mastery that bordered on unstoppable. The result? His first NBA championship. His first Finals MVP brought a burden lifted. A new chapter written, but he wasn't finished. In 2013, the Heat returned to the Finals, capturing their second straight title in a dramatic series that cemented LeBron's place among the greats. His performance was surgical, poised, dominant. He wasn't just fulfilling expectations, he was redefining them. Miami became a crucible for LeBron James. In the heat of criticism, under the glare of constant attention, he transformed. He learned how to win, how to lead, and how to shoulder the weight of being the face of an entire sport. And yet, even as confetti fell and trophies were raised, another calling tugged at him, a pull toward home, toward unfinished business, toward a promise he had yet to keep. The world had watched LeBron leave Cleveland. Soon they would watch him return. In the summer of 2014, after 4 years of triumph, criticism, and transformation in Miami, LeBron James made a decision that shook the sports world once again. But this time, the reaction was different. He announced he was returning to the place where it all began. A simple message echoed across the world: "I'm coming home." For Cleveland, a city still healing from the pain of his departure, those words reopened the door to hope. But this wasn't the same young phenom who left in search of growth. This was a seasoned champion returning with purpose, maturity, and a deeper understanding of leadership. LeBron didn't come back for comfort. He came back for responsibility, for legacy, for the promise he made to a region that believed in him long before the world did. His mission was clear: deliver a championship to Northeast Ohio, something the city had waited more than 50 years to experience. The road, however, was anything but easy. Injuries tested the team, roster changes shook chemistry. Every playoff run brought new obstacles. Yet through every challenge, LeBron remained the anchor, guiding, elevating, and willing his team forward. By 2016, the Cavaliers fought their way into the NBA Finals once again. Their opponent, the Golden State Warriors, a record-breaking 73-win team widely seen as one of the greatest in basketball history. When Cleveland fell behind 3-1 in the series, the championship dream seemed to fade all over again. No team had ever overcome such a deficit. The narrative felt unwritten, the ending predictable. But LeBron James refused to let history dictate his story. With his back to the wall, he delivered performances that defied logic. Back-to-back 41-point games, relentless defense, leadership that ignited belief in every player alongside him. His willpower became the pulse of the series. Then came Game 7, a duel of intensity, pressure, and destiny. The world watched as the clock wound down, tension thick in every breath. And then, the moment that would become immortal. A fast break, a Warriors layup on the brink of happening. LeBron sprinting from the opposite end of the court, soaring through the air. The chase-down block heard around the world. A play that stopped time, shifted momentum, and etched itself into basketball lore. Moments later, Kyrie Irving's decisive shot and Cleveland's final defensive stand sealed the impossible comeback. When the buzzer sounded, LeBron fell to the floor, tears streaming down his face. Cleveland had its championship. The curse was broken, the promise fulfilled. In that moment, LeBron James was more than an MVP, more than a superstar. He was a hometown hero who carried the weight of an entire region and delivered on a dream generations in the making. He didn't just bring a trophy back to Cleveland, he brought belief. He brought pride. He brought a legacy that would live forever. By 2018, LeBron James had completed a journey few athletes could even imagine. From Akron to global superstardom, from prodigy to champion, from hometown hero to living legend. And yet, as one chapter closed in Cleveland, another awaited him in a city built on reinvention. Los Angeles, a place of bright lights, grand dreams, and timeless legacies. When LeBron announced he would join the Los Angeles Lakers, the basketball world braced for a new era. The Lakers, a franchise defined by icons like Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, now welcomed another giant into their lineage. But LeBron's move was about more than basketball. It was about expanding his impact far beyond the court. In Hollywood, he found a new stage. Through the Spring Hill Company, LeBron stepped deeper into the world of entertainment, producing films, documentaries, series, and cultural projects that amplified voices often unheard. He became not only a performer on the court, but a creator behind the scenes, shaping stories with the same vision he brought to basketball. Yet even as his influence spread across industries, LeBron's commitment to the game never wavered. On the court, he took on the challenge of rebuilding a struggling franchise. Injuries tested him. Roster changes tested chemistry. The expectations of the Lakers brand. The weight of banners hanging in the rafters tested patience. But LeBron remained the constant, focused, driven, disciplined. Then came 2020, a year marked by global upheaval, a pandemic that halted the world and profound personal loss. The passing of Kobe Bryant cast a shadow over Los Angeles, uniting the city in grief and determination. The season resumed in isolation inside the NBA bubble, where the challenges were mental as much as physical. And in that unprecedented environment, LeBron led the Lakers with purpose. He orchestrated the offense, commanded the pace, and elevated his teammates, pushing through the isolation and uncertainty with unwavering focus. Alongside Anthony Davis, he carried the Lakers to the 2020 NBA championship, securing the franchise's 17th title, tying them for the most in league history. For LeBron, it was more than another trophy. It was a tribute to Kobe, to Los Angeles, to resilience in the face of unprecedented adversity. Off the court, his influence continued to evolve. He opened the I Promise School in Akron, offering education, stability, and opportunity to children who grew up like he once did. He became a powerful voice for social justice, using his platform to speak against inequality, to encourage civic engagement, to lead with purpose. And through it all, something astonishing happened. As the years passed, LeBron didn't decline. He adapted. Evolved, endured. He broke records once thought unreachable, rewriting definitions of longevity in professional sports. He played not just as a veteran, but as a force capable of competing with players half his age. His mind sharp, his body disciplined, his game refined. In Los Angeles, LeBron James didn't just add to his legacy, he expanded it, pushing it beyond the hardwood into culture, community, and history. His Lakers chapter became a testament to something greater than championships. It became a study in endurance, a lesson in reinvention, a statement that greatness, true greatness, isn't confined to any single era or place. And as the world watched, one thing became clear. LeBron wasn't finished. Not yet. Forward, one truth became undeniable. LeBron James was defying time itself. In a league built on youth, speed, and constant change, he continued to stand at the center, not as a nostalgic figure of a past era, but as a force still shaping the present. With every game, he climbed higher in the record books. With every season, he expanded the boundaries of what longevity could mean. And on a historic night, surrounded by the flash of cameras and the roar of a global audience, LeBron broke a record once thought untouchable. He became the NBA's all-time leading scorer. It wasn't just a milestone. It was a statement, a testament to 2 decades of discipline, evolution, and mastery of the game. The title of all-time scorer didn't come from a single dominant skill, but from versatility, intelligence, and a relentless will to improve. But even as the numbers mounted, LeBron's legacy grew in ways that couldn't be captured by statistics alone. He became a mentor to younger players, guiding them with the same wisdom once shared with him. He became a father watching his sons grow into athletes themselves, dreaming of the possibility of sharing an NBA court with them, a moment the world eagerly imagines. Off the court, his influence continued to ripple through communities, classrooms, and conversations around the world. Through the I Promise School, he offered children structure, hope, and opportunity. Through activism, he used his voice to challenge injustice and encourage unity. Through storytelling, he gave rise to narratives that uplift and empower. LeBron evolved from athlete to icon, from competitor to cultural figure. He transcended the walls of the arena and became part of the global fabric of sports, entertainment, and social progress. Yet for all he has accomplished, the fire still burns. Even in his 20th season and beyond, LeBron showed no willingness to fade quietly. He continued to break barriers, challenge expectations, and redefine what it means to be elite at an age when most players have long since retired. His routine, his preparation, his discipline, all meticulously crafted to extend the life of a career already unmatched. The future remains unwritten, but the path ahead is bright. Whether it brings new championships, new partnerships, or the chance to play alongside his children, one truth holds steady. LeBron James is still adding chapters to a story we once thought complete. From Akron's cracked courts to the pinnacle of global stardom, his journey has been one of resilience, transformation, and purpose. He has become more than a player. He is a symbol of what is possible when talent meets relentless dedication. And as the world watches the twilight years of his career, one thing becomes clear. Greatness isn't defined by how long it lasts, but by how deeply it inspires. LeBron James has inspired generations, and his impact will echo long after the final buzzer sounds. If you've enjoyed this journey through the life and legacy of LeBron James, make sure to stay connected. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and join us as we explore more stories of greatness, resilience, and the legends who changed the game forever. Your support helps us bring more documentaries like this to life. And the next chapter is just getting started.